Talkback time. If you have our free app, there's a little microphone, a little cartoon microphone in the bottom center of the screen. You can tap it and talk, and you can talk as much as you want. The app will just send your message flying at us, or you can call us right now on the phone at 844-52-SHERI. That's 844-52-SHERI.
Yeah, Bob, I happened to catch something on the podcast from Tuesday, and because I hang on every word you all say. But I'm wondering if you read the copy that an advertiser gives you, or do you write your own? Because do you really think that Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is a good way to start your day? Thank you. Just wondering. Bye-bye.
Wow. I don't remember saying that.
Morons in the News is sponsored by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, the best way to start your day, end your day, and middle of your day.
Sir,
Okay,
who
but I'm
hurt
not
you?
seeing the problem here.
Who
I'm not
hurt
seeing
you?
the problem.
Yeah. I got to be honest. When we were at the old station, I mean, their vending machines were so crappy, and there was no food anywhere to be found in the building. If you didn't bring in your own stuff, there were days where the only thing I got while we were working was Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And my friend, thank you for listening very, very much, but there's protein in that peanut, okay? There's protein in there. Am I right, Lamar?
All right. Here's how the Food and Drug Administration does. The first major ingredient is the first thing you hear. Peanut butter cup. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That's the main ingredient. It is a protein. Listen, 24 hours a day, it's an appropriate food. I like to have a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup with some bacon on the side, okay? I do like that for breakfast. At lunchtime, it finishes up my burger. At evenings, when I'm sitting around, listen, you put them peanut butter cups in the freezer, and you're enjoying a really nice glass of scotch or an ice cold beer, you follow that with a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's explosive flavor.
It goes with everything.
I don't understand the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Lamar,
you're a sensible man.
You just nailed a combo that I didn't think anybody else had tried, and that is scotch with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Yes.
The smoky vibe of a good single malt with a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, especially if you've managed to steal it from one of your kids' Halloween bags, which makes it even more delicious. That's some good stuff.
That's why they make those little miniatures. That's why they make the miniatures, because they're the perfect size for a drink. Perfect size.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know that's what Reese's had in mind as far as advertising goes, but
I'm not. We just didn't help your case. Not only are we eating it for breakfast, but now we're like, you know what else is good? Liquor. Hard brown liquor's good.
Listen. I want to say to this guy, thank you so much for listening, but get out and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, man. What's wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It is true, Lamar, that there's really nothing that Bob can say. People take notes. I'm no one to talk because I have 3 volumes of the Book of Bob, where I also take notes on things Bob says. But people are like, oh, did Bob say that? Let me make a note of the time and date so that I can throw it back in his face the first chance I get.
You know what I was getting on vacation all the time? People were posting or texting me. They were saying, oh, I know you're on vacation overseas. I can't wait to hear about some of the horrible things that'll happen to you that only happen to Bob.
I saw some of that.
What?
There was a picture of Bob standing next to a train like Sir Topham had or whatever, and somebody posted, I'm so glad you're having a good time. I hope that something terrible happens that would only happen to you.
Honest to God. I'm standing in front of the train that's pulling the Glacier Express with a big smile on my face. And that's what people are saying. Oh, maybe he'll fall in front of the train and it'll start up, you know?
Well, you did lock yourself in a bathroom a couple of summers ago at a hotel. People are not wrong to be hopeful.
It's Bob and Sheri.
Mary and I flew into the Newark airport. Sheri and I have flown into there many times over the years. We flew in from our vacation. We flew out of Rome. We were only in Rome for a few hours. and we're waiting for about 3 hours to do a connection. And so it's a nice looking airport, but a couple of things happened that were sort of surprising to me, and I want to get all of your reads on this thing. I go over, I've got nothing to do, so they've got this long bar, and you can also order food, but it goes on forever, very modern looking. And I go in and I sit down, and here comes one of the server people. And I said, could I get a beer? Could I get what do you have? They go, you have to use the QR code. And I went, really? I just want to get a beer, and I could, give you my card. We can't do that, sir. Everything in this wing of this airport is QR code. You can't order anything without it. And I went, okay. And I'll just tell you, and you probably can guess, I don't like doing that. I like to see an actual menu. But I really wanted that beer, so I got my phone out, and I, popped it up. And you know what pops up? It's their menu. And you choose, food, or you choose whatever kind of beer you want. And then you choose other things like the tip. And I'm going, okay. They're not really working with me very much, but somebody's going to bring me that beer. That's okay. But in order to get your beer, you have to tell them your telephone number and your email address. And if you don't, it doesn't go through. Now, how do you feel about that? Because I just walked away and I went beerless.
The Vegas airports are QR coded up too. And I don't remember if I had to give them my information or not. I have an email address that I use for situations like that.
I'm going to get one because that is ridiculous. You know what they're doing? It's a beer. And, how much could that cost in an airport? Oh, $15 probably is the answer. But it's just a beer. You don't deserve to have my personal information. You don't deserve to sell my personal information.
I don't know what it says about me, but if what's standing between me, I'm in an airport. Okay. I'm at the Newark airport, which is a hellscape to navigate. If what's standing between me and a cold alcoholic beverage is my email address, buddy, you can have it. Just slide that drink down the bar.
I'm going to get a fake one, just like you saw. I'm going to. So that's while that's going on. Listen to this. And again, it's a nice airport. I'm not dumping on the city of Newark. While I'm doing that, Mary goes over to one of those kiosks that you'll see once in a while now, where there's nobody working there. There's not a single human being, but they've got cameras on you. And you choose, the turkey sandwich and a bottle of water. And again, that'll come to about $47 in an airport. But you choose it, and then you put your card in, you follow the prompts, put your card in there. There's not one person working there. It's just you and a machine. And she said, and so I tapped in what I wanted, and I tapped in my card, and you know what popped up next? What would you like to do tip-wise? 20%, 25%, 15%. There's no one working, and they want a tip.
There wasn't a single person. You didn't see a single human
Zero.
being. Like, who poured your drink?
No, you're not listening. It's
this was a sandwich. Yeah.
Mary goes into the kiosk.
Oh yeah, yes. So it wasn't like you didn't even get like a fountain drink. It was all just self-serve.
I wasn't there. It was her with a sandwich and a water. And it can't, I'm saying it was $47. It was probably about $8 to $12. And she takes it and pays for it. And before the whole thing is finished, they want to know what the percentage tip is. There's no one working there.
Well, I'm not going to tip a machine. That's
exactly. That's my point.
That's a bit Skynet for me. But
yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
But I'm going to tip if a person, because I know how poorly
I understand. My point of this whole conversation is this company is trying to get a tip, and no one is working there. It's just more money for them. It's ridiculous.
I wonder where that money, first of all, I wonder how many people tip. that machine. And then I wonder where that money goes. Does it just go to the corporate bottom line?
Of course it does.
So there's
Yes.
sometimes at those kiosks at airports, there's an employee who's just kind of babysitting to make sure people don't steal. There was nobody there. There wasn't a human being that might have caught that tip.
She said there was no one there at all. And you see this all the time. I've seen the situations where there is somebody babysitting. There was no one there. Even if they are just babysitting, they're not really serving you. I mean, the tip thing has just gotten crazy, and I'm a big tipper.
Use the Talk Back feature on the free Bob and Sheri app and leave us a message.
I had just the oddest encounter with a guy who was driving a truck yesterday. I was out walking Finn, and we're walking down this street near my house, and it's a really nice street. I just have to say it's a nicer street than the one I live on. The houses are bigger, the lawns are nicer. And, so I walk, Finn down there, and we're walking along, and I hear a vehicle behind me, and it's, it sounds like it's not a car, it's a truck, and it's going along slowly, and I can, you can feel a vehicle kind of approaching. So I turn, and just as I turn, the vehicle, I can see the driver, we're parallel. He's got the window down, and he's got a small bag of Doritos in his hand. And he looks over at me and he says, the older I get, the more heartburn I get from these things. And
he just volunteered that?
Out of the blue. And I know there probably are some people listening right now that are saying, he's exaggerating. It didn't really... I am telling you, as God is my witness, that's exactly what happened. And so, when you're not prepared for an older guy, and by the way, he's owns a lawn care company because he's got some mowers that he's towing behind the truck. When you're not prepared for someone to look over at you, driving their truck like 5 miles an hour so that he stays parallel with me saying, I can't eat these Doritos anymore because I got older and it gives me heartburn.
He's still in the truck. Wait, I just want to have
yes.
a mental picture. You're having this conversation. You, Finn, and this dude riding alongside you. Okay.
I am walking the dog, and he has slowed down to the point that he's like 2 or 3 miles an hour, so he can tell me about his heartburn with Doritos. And I'm thinking to myself, you have to respond in some way, shape, or form. And I had nothing. And I just went, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got to tell you, this man was fortunate. He's having a medical condition. And of all the people that he could pull up beside that would empathize and want to get into an in-depth conversation about the Dorito heartburn, he picked the right man. There's no doubt about it. He picked the right man. He said to himself, this is a man that wants to have a conversation with a perfect stranger about stomach upset problems.
This is a man
I'm
who's
not,
too
but I am
polite.
the perfect man. I'm the perfect man because I went, oh yeah, because I'm codependent. Oh yeah.
He's too polite to not talk about it.
Jeez. What? I mean, that was one of the most bizarre things that I've had happen recently. I hope. And here's the thing.
How did it end?
I did my usual. Oh yeah, I heard that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you. And he drove off a little, and I'm thinking, why did he pick me? Why? Because I wasn't doddering along. I was walking at a brisk pace. You couldn't really tell how old I was. Had a baseball cap on, sunglasses, and I got a dog. I'm walking briskly. I was not wearing a "Ask Me About My Grandchildren" T-shirt, but he just felt that giving his, this period in his life and his heartburn, he needed to tell me that he was suffering a little.
Here's what I'm thinking. I don't like Doritos, so I have no idea what impact they have on you, but that heartburn must have been some kind of ferocious for him to yell it out to a pedestrian. That's crazy.
And I don't think it was one of those, they have some crazy Doritos, hot flaming Dorito things. That wasn't the bag. I know that bag because Hampton used to consume that bag, in one sitting, a big one. So it wasn't that. It's just, you just can't eat that stuff anymore.